Machines are beginning to grind again, but not fast enough. January factory output grew marginally, very marginally indeed, but that was a welcome break from the fact that it did not contract. IIP in January grew at 0.1% as against a contraction of 0.6% in December. Manufacturing showed a slight improvement, though it remained in the red with a contraction of 0.7% as against -1.6% in December. Capital goods remained a big worry with an over 4% contraction. Mining too showed feeble recovery. Electricity, that has been a robust indicator so far, too showed signs of slowing down moderately. Consumer durables showed a huge improvement because it shrunk by just 8% versus a huge contraction of 16% in December. But experts believe these green shoots are not enough to have a significant impact on the GDP growth just yet.
I wouldn't put too much of a premium on this. Growth remains very weak. We'll probably not get to the 4.9 estimates that we have, the advanced estimate of 4.9%. We should reach about 4.6, 4.7.
To a certain extent, the macro numbers are turning, but I would still remain cautious of the fact that it might not immediately lead to a big bump up in the growth trajectory for India.
But a slight improvement in IIP wasn't the only good news on the data front. Consumer inflation eased to an over 2-year low in February, providing a huge breather to not just the Aam Aadmi but also the government that is heading into elections. February CPI came in at 8.1% as against nearly 8.8% in January. Food inflation was the primary driver that cooled off significantly to 8.5% as opposed to almost 10% in January. Fuel inflation also declined marginally. And even as the clamour for a rate cut grows, the street isn't hopeful that Governor Rajan will oblige just yet.
The inflation being what it is, even though it is probably just meeting expectations, it doesn't look like as if there is going to be a cut in interest rates anytime soon.
Rising prices cost the ruling UPA dearly in the state elections. While macros have started mending and positive economic data has begun to come in, is a turnaround now round the corner? Mrinalini Krishna, ET Now, New Delhi.